Hi guys, gals, and my non-gender conforming pals. My name is Carrington. Welcome back to another video. Or if you're new here, then welcome. I would love if you would hit that subscribe button down below. Click the little bell so you'll be notified of all my future uploads. Give this a thumbs up if you enjoy, and let's get into it. Okay, so I heard about this trend called the dolphin skin trend. Okay, which basically means like you're like super like glowy and dewy, kind of like whenever you look at like a dolphin, like, and it like reflects in the sun. That's kind of like what this is. So I have all of my steps like written out, and I have all of my products ready to go. So let's go ahead and let's dive in. So first up, the first step is to moisturize. I have already moisturized. I use the CeraVe AM moisturizer with SPF. And then I put SPF over on top of it. So I don't know if like the SPF like takes away from the shine, but you can still tell that I am still glowy. So the next step is to put on like a light oil moisturizer, which if you guys remember my video, I got the Physicians Formula Skin Booster Vitamin Shot. And that's just going to be one of the steps I'm going to use to prime. As you can tell, that left like such a like huge glow to my face. It's massive. So, okay. So then the next step is to add a liquid highlighter to the high cheekbones and then the bridge of your nose. They actually, like in the actual article that I got this off of Allure. Yeah, Allure. And so they actually recommended the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Glotion. I have mine in Fair Glow because I'm real fair. By the way, the dogs are like on a whole nother level today. So you'll probably hear them running around like chickens with their heads cut off, barking and fighting with one another. I'm just gonna like tap some in here. I don't really know if it like added anything like super special. I just feel like my skin was already like super duper glowy beforehand, but let's like take a little bit on the back of the hand and just like spread it out and like just see. I mean, it does have a little bit of some sheerness right here, but it's not like wowing to me, so I really don't think it made much of a difference. I probably would have chose something else. I just don't have another liquid highlighter, honestly. So, and I'm kind of thinking, because like when I was reading the article, it gave like 3 or 4 like different options that they would have chosen for like their products. And for this step, they only mentioned this one. So I'm wondering if like this is like the only option they had as well. But anyways, yeah, here's like what the skin's looking like so far. Okay, so the next step is to use a luminous foundation. And I really feel like the Estee Lauder Futures Hydra Rescue Moisturizing Makeup Broad Spectrum SPF kills it. And I'm going to use a sponge. It didn't really specify exactly on like how best to like, you know, apply these products. Like if it would be better for like if it would be better to use a sponge or a brush. It just said to use like a luminous foundation. And like, I know this is like super luminous. I use this all in my, what month? My April Shop My Stash. Yeah. And I will link like a get ready with me using my April Shop My Stash bag down below. So that way you guys can see just like how nice this looks, even when I'm not prepping my skin quite as intensely as I am for this. I really feel like that didn't take away a whole lot of the glow. So the next, it says add concealer for coverage if needed. I always feel like I absolutely need coverage underneath my eyes. No matter what I'm doing, even if it's like a super no makeup day, like literally like the most basic of makeup, I always feel like I really do need it. So for concealer. So for concealer, I do have the Age Perfect Radiant Concealer. So again, it's just something else that's really radiant. And I'm just going to place that right here in my under eye area because that's where I need the most coverage. I have like serious dark spots. It's awful. And because this is so creamy and very thin. I am gonna let it set for just a second. So underneath my eyes are, like, as you can tell, like, it's still very radiant like underneath, but it did provide a little bit of extra coverage so that my dark circles like aren't super dark. So the next step, it says, is to take a coral toned bronzer for the cheeks. I don't have a lot of coral toned bronzer. However, I was going through like my whole entire makeup collection to try to find products for this video. And let me tell you, it was like a whole deal. Okay. And so I stumbled across my Patrick Ta, what is this? Double Take Cream and Powder Blush and She's So LA. So this is kind of what it looks like. This is intended to be a blush, but it's so dark on me that it could work as a bronzer. And then as you see, like, it definitely is like a very coral tone, what appeared to be a coral toned bronzer on me. Wow, I really could not say that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm not going to take the, or am I going to take cream? Let's try out the cream and see what color that comes out to be. I don't know if that's as coral. Okay, so here's like the two of them. This is the cream and this is the powder. I really just feel like the powder is a little bit more coral, so that's what I'm going to use. I'm just going to take my Morphe like angled brush, grab some product on there, and then just slowly start to stamp this in. Because I don't want like a lot of too much bronzer, especially since it's super coral. Okay, so as you can tell, that's definitely like very, very like coral-like. So the next step that it says is to add a cream highlighter to the high points of your face. So I thought we would use the Diamond and Blush from Natasha Denona. It does have a couple cream options for highlighter. So here's this option for a cream highlighter. Or we have this option for a cream highlighter, which I'm not gonna lie, none of these are necessarily my favorite for like a cream option, but like I just don't have a lot of cream in that color, like cream in that product, I guess. I don't know. Okay, let's see here. I guess I'll go for this yellow one, this glow one, and I'm just gonna take that on my sponge and just kind of dab it on the high points of my face. Very lightly though, because this is super pigmented and also like a little bit like too dark for my skin if I go a little crazy. So with that highlighter added, it really did add some extra glowiness. Like, as you guys can tell, like, this is definitely like a very super glowy, super intense. I think I'm personally going to really like this trend because I am super dry. Like, my skin is 100% dry. There is nothing oily about this. It's not even like combination leaning dry. It is like dry, leaning Sahara Desert. Like, there is no in between. It's just dry. And the fact that like my skin looked absolutely beautiful, and the fact that I'm not oily, I could see where like oily people might look at this and be like, oh man, in a few hours this is gonna be real bad. But for me, overall, like, I don't think this is an issue. I really like this. And it says you can use a cream blush to add in some color if you want, and I of course would like to add in just a little bit of color. So I'm gonna take the Fenty Beauty cream blush in Petal Poppin'. So you can tell my lovely kids got into this. And I'm just going to take that on like the back of my sponge. Okay, so I added a little bit of color. And again, these Fenty cream blushes, does it even say on here that, like, I think it is like something. Okay, it just says Freestyle Cream Blush. But for some reason, I had thought like these said like these were like luminous or something kind of blushes, but anyways, so that's what it looks like. Again, my skin is looking very much like when you see a dolphin pop out of water in the sun. That's what my skin's looking like. Okay, then for the eyes, it says to use a cream eyeshadow or a liquid. I bought this Burt's Bees Color Nurture Cream eyeshadow in the shade Rose Cream. I have never ever used these. I have never even heard about anybody use these. I think these are new. I'm not like 100% for sure, but I think they are new. Okay, so let's okay, so it's definitely like a whipped texture. Okay, that's what it looks like there. Okay, and then if this doesn't work out on the eyes, I have the House Labs. Oh my gosh, I can't read this. Glam Attack. Wow. Liquid shimmer powder. That's what I have. So I'm just going to start off by taking my finger in the Burt's Bees, and I'm just going to start lightly tapping it. Okay, first of all, this has a scent. It's like a very kind of fresh, fruity kind of a scent. I can't really put my finger on it, but just so you know, it is scented. Another thing you should know, if you have nails, okay, this is like super hard to get out with nails. Just forewarning you. So here's this all over the eyes. I do think I want to add just like a touch of the House Labs, like kind of like right in here, and then blend it out. It may be like the exact same color, but I think the House Labs has like a little bit more like glitter to it. Clearly it doesn't say anything specifically about like your brows or mascara. So I'm just gonna go do those real quick off camera, come back so we can finish the final steps. Okay, I'm back. Brows, mascara are done. So we only have 2 more things left to do. So the first is to use a lip gloss, oil, like a satin lipstick, something like that. And so I'm gonna use lip oils because I love lip oils. Okay, so for lip liner, I used the Gemini lip liner from Jeffree Star. That was literally just like sitting there in front of me. So I was like, let's just go for it. The eyes are so light enough that you could really use any lip liner. So that's what I used. And then I used the ColourPop Hot Shot lip oil. Okay, it's called the lip oil in Hot Shot. Okay, I got ahead of myself there. But okay. All right. And then the very last step. Okay, this is the last step. It does say that you can put translucent powder to dull down the shine or in places like right around here that you think we're going to move. I never ever put setting powder except for like underneath my eyes. I'm just going to leave that. And then a glowy setting spray, which I have the Pixie Hydrating Milky Mist Hyaluronic Acid Soothing Mist Setting Spray. Okay, now that the setting spray is starting to set down a little bit, I'm going to start pressing this slowly like into the skin. My hair is still wet from the shower, but that is it for today's video. This is the Dolphin skin trend. What do you guys think? I am actually like super impressed with this. I have no idea how this is going to wear. I will try to remember to do a wear test for this video if I can, but I am working a lot and then I have to get my nails filled and stuff like that. So like the reality of like, will I actually remember this? Probably not, but I will try to remember. But if you guys liked this video, give this a thumbs up. I'm going to leave the steps in the description box on like how to do this in case you guys are interested as well. I'm super, like, I just love this. Like, I just love how like glowy and healthy my skin looks. Loving that. So if you guys love this as well, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel, click the bell if you have not already, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.